Hey, Nicole, can you plug this in back there? I might have unplugged it earlier during the 8th graders class to make sure none of them used it. And I plugged it back in. So anyways, the first song was St. Thomas by Sonny Rollins and featured Brennan Roberts and Arik Hadia, the little duet, and Nicole Hadia on the drums. It was a little swing tune, the arranger of it added a little like jazzy swing, or sorry, it was a Caribbean tune that added a little swing twist to it. The next piece is, did you do it? Hello? Yeah. I'll get this. The next piece is Cute. It's a slower swing tune that features Natalie Johnson on the drums. She's been working really hard on this. Really proud of her for coming out of her comfort zone and doing this piece with a lot of little solos in it. So we hope you enjoy Cute. funk tune. It's a pretty common funk tune. Lots of jazz bands play it. And we are going to feature Simon First, Lars Anderson, and Arik Hadia on improv solos. Improv is something we've been working on with the whole jazz band, just making up solos on the fly. And so we hope you enjoy Chameleon. This is much better. This is the 8th grade band. The first piece that they played is Our Kingsland Spring by Sam Hazo. Miss Tam Anderson actually recommended me that one. She's like, this would be great for these kids, and it's been a lot of fun to work on with them. It's kind of a tricky piece because it goes from slow to fast back and forth without any kind of like time to change, and we've spent a lot of time working on that, and the kids did a great job working on that. So we hope you enjoyed Our Kingsland Spring. The last piece that the 8th grade band is going to play for you today is called Irish Jig for Young Feet. It is a piece in 6/8, which is something we've been working on. It's a time signature. It's a lot of fun. The kids have enjoyed it. There is no dancing. None of them wanted to actually do that. They tried to get Cade to, but he didn't want to. But anyways, there is some like foot stomping and things that make you think like you might be dancing. So we hope you enjoy Irish Jig for Young Feet. The first piece that the freshman band played is called Portrait of a Clown by Frank Ticheli. You can hear two distinct different parts with the like short staccato-y bouncy part at the beginning with a smooth and lyrical part in the middle. It allowed us to work on all those articulations and the changing of styles and playing different styles, and we had a good time working on that piece. The next piece that we're going to play is called Salvation is Created by Pavel Chesnikov. He was a Russian composer, and he originally wrote this piece for choir. He actually never heard the piece performed. It was written right around the time that the communists were taking over in Russia, and he was told, like, no more sacred works. It was originally a sacred work. You can't write sacred music. You aren't allowed to perform this. So he never actually heard it performed. It was one of the last pieces he wrote before the state took over and said, write music for us. And so it's a really, really beautiful piece, and we hope you enjoy Salvation is Created. The final piece that the freshman band is going to play today is called Moscow 1941. I had no idea about the Russian thing, and like 2 Russian pieces until literally I just thought about it while we were playing that, so I guess we had a theme and I didn't realize it. So anyways, this one is about Moscow 1941, and the composer takes the story of the Nazis attacking Moscow and creates a story, musical story through that. So you'll hear the beginning, a slow advance of an army, and then as it gets more into it, it gets more energetic, and you'll hear the battle, you'll hear some sirens, you'll hear some bombs. I'm sure you'll know when that part comes. The percussion really like that part. Yeah, so you kind of hear that story throughout. So that is Moscow 1941. This group of freshmen, it's been so fun hearing them grow from last year to this year. They've really come a long ways. It's super awesome hearing that, getting to have them year after year, and so just really enjoy working with them. So with that being said, we hope you enjoy Moscow 1941. The first piece Symphonic Band is playing today is called American Fanfare. It's just a quick, short fanfare by Rick Kirby where he took My Country 'Tis of Thee, the America theme, and just it plays once through there and just adds some extra stuff on top of it. It's the first of two pieces that we'll be going to Dassel Cokato with on Wednesday to perform for 3 judges. And they give us a score, and we're hoping we can come back with another superior this year, the highest score like we did last year. So that's on Wednesday in the afternoon. We're looking forward to that. The second piece that we are going to play with the symphonic band is called Stillwater. This piece is by Kalijah Dutton, who's a composer originally from Brooklyn, New York. I think he lives in North Carolina now. I got to meet him at an honor band when I first heard this piece last spring. And it's actually written about Stillwater, Minnesota in the winter. And he was in Stillwater and saw the frozen lakes and the cold and all that, which is a little different than New York. And so he decided to write this piece about it. It's a really, really beautiful piece with some absolutely amazing soaring melodies. And then you also hear a lot of different percussion stuff in there, which he said is supposed to replicate the cracking of the ice and some of that stuff. So we hope you enjoy Stillwater by Kalijah Dutton. Before we get to the last piece that the symphonic band's going to play tonight, I just did want to thank a few people because there's a lot of people that make this work. First off, I want to thank my colleagues, Ms. Tam Anderson, Mr. Najar, and Mrs. Rossel. They're such a great support system and bouncing ideas off each other and sharing music with each other and just really helping our whole program flourish. We're so lucky to have such great music teachers in our schools, and I'm so lucky to have them all as colleagues. Thank you to our administration, both in the middle school and high school. We really do have support as we're going through all this changing schedules for next year and that kind of stuff. I've never felt like music was just another thing. They really made sure it was going to work for us, and I really appreciate that. So thank you to them. Thank you to all the teachers who let us take them from classroom lessons and all the different things that help us make our music program thrive. We're really, really lucky to have a great staff here in Watertown Mayor. Thank you to you, all the parents. I know none of this is possible without you. Thank you for coming out tonight, getting them to pep band, getting them to concerts, listening to them practice when that happens. All the different things you do as parents that will support our kids in music, but across the board. Thank you so much. Finally, thank you, students, all of you. Even though you might not believe me when I say it, I love my job and working with you every single day. Even when they're, pretending to karaoke into this microphone instead of helping me set up this room. Anyways, but really, really honestly, I'm so lucky to work with these kids. We have amazingly talented musicians here, and I really am lucky to work with all of them, so thank you. Finally, we are going to play Second Suite in F by Holst. A couple years ago, we did First Suite in E flat, and then this year I was like, let's do the second one, because it's just as good a music. It's 4 movements, each of which is made up of folk songs from England that Gustav Holst took and put into this arrangement. It's a beautiful piece. It's an absolute classic in wind band literature, and I hope you enjoy it. It does feature a few soloists in this one. We'll have Leslie Tyson on the piccolo, Brian Guy on the clarinet, Rowan Wetterland and Rolly Platzer on the trumpet, AJ Burscheid on the euphonium, and Luke Jewison on the tuba. So we hope you enjoy Second Suite, in F. After this, we'll do a really quick set change, and we'll bring everybody back up here for one more. So we hope you enjoy second. They're the way on the court. Just wanted to reiterate, thanks so much to everyone for coming tonight. We really appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed the music. One thing I forgot to mention earlier, we did get our band boosters officially up and started. We are looking to start raising funds for some more instruments. We have some instrument needs and that kind of stuff. There are donation baskets, little slot things that you can, if you feel so inclined, feel free to donate. I just wanted to make sure to include that tonight. But again, thank you so much for all your support of the music. Thank you so much for coming tonight. We hope you enjoy this last piece, The Incredibles.